So now, after becoming a company secretary, like you did all this hard work to get this degree, like a basic question, how does life change after becoming a company secretary?
I'll be very
And don't
frank.
try to be modest or humble. Yeah,
No, I
go
want to
for
be
it.
very frank because
Yep.
I really want them to get an idea. Like at least my experience, I
Right,
would
right.
like to share
Because
my experience.
Mhm.
Yeah. So when I was okay, I was getting paid 18,000 as stipend when I was doing my
Mhm.
internship. And after clearing internship, I mean, after clearing my articleship as well as professional, by then, like by the time I finished my articleship, I was done with professional. So, and I had BCom degree, I had law degree, I had CS
Okay.
degree, and completed my articleship. And the offer that I got was 4 LPA, which was like really shocking for me. And like initially, that was what they offered. And to be very frank, my manager was really good. And he was also not very happy with that kind of pay, but still, he can't do anything when the up management says that, right?
Right.
So, yeah, so he was just frank with me that 4 LPA is not the right amount that to be paid for a qualified CS in Bangalore, not even
Oh,
some
bang.
tier 2, tier 3 towns. It was Bangalore. So I started freaking out because obviously I've studied, like I've only studied. I started working at the age of 26, sorry, 27. Yeah, 27. Like
Right.
usually people start working way early, right? I started working very late because 3 years of BCom, 3 years of law, and almost 2 years of internship. It's like 8 years I've
Right.
put into this
Right.
to
Right.
just get 4 LPA. Then I did not like it, obviously. Then I started looking for other jobs meanwhile. Like I was kind of looking for jobs also, like in case if the firm where I work, in case they don't offer me job, I should have another way out, right? So I was kind of
Right.
like, I used to get calls, but again, the offering was 5 LPA, 5.5 LPA. The maximum that I got was around 6 LPA. Six.
That too in
Uh,
Bangalore, right?
yeah, that too in Bangalore. That's the normal range. I've heard like a lot of people say that it's normal to get 6 LPA, but I also
Mhm.
heard some people say that at least they need to pay 7.5 to 8 LPA.
Mhm.
So since I was only getting offers for 6 LPA, and I was very frank with my manager also, and I told them that yeah, the offers coming are 6 LPA. And he kind of convinced the HR team or whoever the concerned team was that 6 LPA is okay. It's a decent pay for a fresher CS. And we locked in at 6 LPA. But then
Mhm.
interesting thing happened. As soon as I signed the offer letter, after a week or so, I got a LinkedIn message from my current company.
Okay.
They were like, we are interested, like, would you be interested in the role? We are looking for someone. I initially ignored it, but then because it was a foreign
Mhm.
company, so the HR
Right.
was from Spain. So I was like, what do I have to do with this? Because I have Indian law education and CS, like Indian scenario, not international. But for some reason, I was like, let me just give it a try. What am I going to lose? Anyways, I have a job at hand. Let me just give it a try.
Right.
And then, yeah, I it got like I cleared the rounds, and they offered me like 150% more than my current pay. So I was like,
Okay. Okay.
good. Yeah, it was a
So
good
happy at the
offer.
end.
Yeah, happy at the end. But to come into your question, in India, getting a good pay for a CS, I would say is really difficult.
Like, what are the challenges? Why companies are not paying to the
I
qualified?
think
What do you think? Like,
it is really all under cost for them rather than revenue generating centers. So usually
exactly,
engineers,
exactly.
product related people, product related teams, they are all revenue generating for the company.
Marketing,
Yeah,
marketing people.
marketing,
Right, right,
yes.
right.
But we usually legal, law and legal compliance, all these are mostly cost centers. Obviously, the
Right.
after effect of non-compliance is high,
Much
but
more.
people don't think
Right.
that way, right? They're mostly thinking short term. That's the whole reason why I feel Indian markets are not great when it comes to paying for CS.
Mm. And this is what I've seen in even in tier one cities like in Mumbai. I've seen the same. We have studied like a lot. A lot means a lot. We have like if the books we have read, like the CEO kind of books we have actually read, and then after getting into the market, we see in this kind of situation. And like what hurts me the most is like we don't like our teachers who are selling this course or our institute, like they are not making us aware about this. There is nothing wrong if you are getting 4 LPA, 5 LPA, but if you tell the students beforehand, like upright, okay, if you want to do this you can do this, but this is what actual market range are there, so they'll be better prepared, right? So it was a like sudden shock for the students, like they have done all this, some people are like 25, 26, and then they come up with this fresher tag. Oh, you are a fresher, how we can pay you this much? Then that like just you know
I
moral down
feel
for
even
any
the
student.
articleship is also, I
Yeah,
think they should consider as work experience because 2 year, like 21 months is almost
they
equivalent to 2 years. Like there's no difference
exactly.
between an intern and a full-time employee. So
Nothing, nothing.
yeah. So we are doing that articleship and coming and the tag of fresher. And also
Right,
they need to consider because in metro cities, the rents are high, traffic
exactly.
communicate commuting to place, all these needs to be considered, right? So
Right.
yeah, reality
Yeah.
is different.
So
While studying CS, I was told that it's a very good thing, we sit with
exactly.
directors, that
I'm
this.
told by my teacher I'll have BMW next day, bro. I was
It
so
was
the
difficult.
yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
It is a little bit. If you tell students like even though in my channel what I try to tell them, bro, like you will get, but after 3 5 years your life might be a little bit better, but during freshers days you still have to struggle.
Yes,
So students
yes.
think like after getting a degree their job, like they're now they everything you only have to enjoy, but that's not the reality. You still have to struggle, right? After getting
Yeah,
a degree.
pressure stage is difficult.
And
I totally agree with
yeah,
that.
freshers. So you come up with this term, I've heard a lot from you, work-life balance. So yeah, so and this is a very good thing, like so you explain about this, like why does it mean so much to you, work-life balance, even though you also use this term Indian companies, Indian manager. Nothing wrong about you are not talking, but their mindset, they treat us how they treat us, like so yeah, go for it, you can.
Yeah. So when I say Indian companies, obviously the listed companies, non-listed or companies that are running for years are very
All right.
firm in their take. They're not flexible.
Mm-hmm.
But since most of my work is with the company run by young people, startups. So I would say the working culture is totally different. Like today,
All right.
I don't know how startups now work in India because it's been more than a year that I haven't worked with Indian companies. But when I was working, like everyone used to work. See, an employer must trust his employee. I think in Indian scenario, the trust itself is not there. That's what I
Mm-hmm.
feel. When you trust someone you have hired, they will do the work. Take, for example, during
Exactly.
COVID time when work from home was the scenario, how many managers expected that the employee must pick the call like immediately or join the meeting immediately? There's no respect for employees' time, which
All right.
I mean, I was of the mindset of if these companies are not going to be giving me what I want, then I would look for another source of income. I wouldn't stick to
Mm-hmm.
CS. This was very blunt. I was very blunt with this. I really liked studying CS. I really
And
liked
why
the
so?
work
Why so?
also.
Like, where did you get that mindset from? Why, like, why is it so much important to you? Our ancestor, whatever our families, they be like, okay, this is a job, you have to do this. But where does that mindset comes from? Okay, this is my time. Okay, they are
Hmm.
like employer, but I'm also here to do my duty. I also deserve that dignity. So where does
Yes.
that come from?
I kind of was observing everyone since I stayed in Bangalore for long. You just look at everyone's face. Like in the evening when they're coming or in the morning when they're traveling. Like when I used to travel to college, I would just see everyone's face and people were not happy, to be very frank.
Right.
And when I started my internship, I was not happy at all. And I started like
Hmm.
usually that's the thing. Like everyone says that is that is how the world works. Even my parents said that is how the world work. And why you questioning? Why you having
Exactly.
problem with this? I was like, just because the world works like that doesn't mean I have to fit into that, right? Life is not about work in like earning or just working. Life is
Mhm.
all about like work is just a part of life. I was very clear with this. My work is not my life. Work is just a part of my life. I don't know why I thought, but I genuinely was not happy at that time also. Like there was
Okay.
like like I was not prepared for this, to be very frank. I
Mhm.
mean, people can say like they can say 100 different things, but only when you experience, you actually taste the struggle or reward, whatever
Right,
the
right,
case may
right,
be.
right,
Right. So when I started
right.
working in firm, I was like, I did not like the working environment. I did not want my life to look like this. I don't mind earning less, but I'm not gonna, you know, just fit in. I think it was ego issue also at one point. That's the reason, like during the meetings, people would subtly make a comment that this generation is not ambitious. So I knew that it was passed for me because I was the youngest one in that
Mhm.
meeting hall.
Right.
But I
Okay.
never felt wrong. I felt it's my right. So the
Hmm.
thought just came. I just didn't want to become like them. That was the
Okay.
only inspiration for me. Like work, 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 you
Hmm.
earn, but who the hell knows who you are? You have so much
Hmm.
of
Right.
experience, fine. Your firm may be earning a lot, and only the
Right.
fraternity knows you, right? Other than that, who
Hmm.
even like nobody gives a shit about anyone in this world, to be very
Right. Right.
frank. So
Right.
I didn't want to fall in my own eyes. I wanted to, like, I don't mind whether people know me or not, whether people value me or not. I didn't want to devalue myself. That was the only thing. I just wanted to make myself, take care of myself, basically. Yeah. And I was not
So your
fear.
student life is the like your student life is the happiest part about your life, right? As much as I'm getting from your conversation. In
My
your student,
current
you
life,
actually love is
yeah, I
also
did.
very good. That I
Yeah.
agree.
My
That I
current
agree.
life,
Yeah, but student,
I'm the peace. I have peace. I have money. I have the kind of work I want to do. I'm happy with whatever I have right now. But yeah, student
right,
life was really good because like it was nice. We didn't mind working hard at that time.
right,
But when you enter
right, right.
corporate, someone treating you as your das, like they don't value
Mhm.
you. Let's be very frank. They just want the work to be done. And hardly you'll come across people who genuinely values, right?
Right,
So yeah, it
right.
was difficult. Yeah. After 5 years, I found the kind of work I want,
Mhm.
the pay I want,
Finally,
the
you get
time I
what
want.
you wanted, right,
Yeah, it's a
right,
work from home,
right, right.
first of
And
all, so that's
uh,
another
I'm happy for
advantage.
you. I'm happy for you.
Yeah, thank
So
you.
finally, you get what you wanted. And so, if you go back in time, what advice you'll give to your younger self, younger Shinchana? What mistakes she's been making, and you'll tell her, कि, okay, Sinchana, don't do this, and you'll be rich. You'll reach to your goal way quicker. So what advice you'll give to your younger self or your past self? Yeah, you can take your time.
Yeah, because
A
like I
thing
feel like
that you
whatever I have
doing
done,
in your past. Yeah, go ahead, please.
I feel like whatever I did was right at that point of time, but everything will eventually work out. So don't stress yourself.
Okay,
I never knew what's
right.
coming in my way, but always
Mhm.
be sincere. Be sincere with whatever you're doing, and somehow you'll find your way. Probably it might take a long time for you and for someone else short time, but your time will come when it has to come. So believe in that.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Eventually, everything will work out. Okay.
Work out.
Mhm.
Yes.
Mhm. How do you find like the companies like you're in articleship where you did your 21 months of articleship and the company which you are rightly currently you are working. So how does we fresh company secretary should find such kind of companies where they give importance to your time, where they respect your dignity of labor, provide you dignity of labor. So how what criterias are there of such companies, or it's just a luck? You
No, I
like
wouldn't
what
say
are there? What
just,
you are looking for? What are the yeah?
yeah, somewhere luck also plays because if I hadn't got that LinkedIn message, probably I wouldn't have
Mhm.
got this opportunity. So luck played its role there. But from there on, it
Okay.
was how you presented yourself that mattered. For me, like I had around like 4 rounds of interview. Like one was writing
Okay.
round, one was the regular interview. They would check your people skill,
Mhm.
they checked my technical skills, and then I
Mhm.
was then we went to the HR round. So yeah. So what I would say is, so how I got my internship was I cold emailed the company secretary of that company. Thankfully, they were also looking for an intern. So it worked out that way for me.
Okay.
They were also looking for
Mhm.
someone, and I had also just dropped an email at the same time. So I used to drop
Okay.
email regularly
So
because,
cold email. Okay.
yes,
Okay.
yes, yes, cold email. I would like whether they have openings or no openings, I would pick up companies uh, that I kind of like, or the products that I'm
Mhm.
using from those companies. I would just drop in
Mhm.
my email saying that I would be interested in it. So usually I targeted startups because I realized that startup is the only place where I can have my say. Like I can have like people value work more than how long you stayed in that like how long are you there, at
Mhm.
what time did you come, or at what time did you leave. So
Okay.
these, the political dramas that happens are less, I believe, in startups. People don't
Okay.
People just value work there because most of them
Right.
are of your age. The founders are almost
Right.
your
Young
age.
age.
The people
Right.
working, majority of the workforce are of your age. So things work out like that. The
Mhm.
environment over there is different. I never ever even thought of working in listed companies. I never thought of working
Mhm.
in old, like the companies that have been
Traditional
there for a,
companies, Lala
yeah,
companies. Okay. Mhm.
yeah.
So
So I did
look
cold
out for
email
the
and I was,
for start.
sorry, I did cold email and I was very active on LinkedIn. Like every day I
Okay.
used to scroll LinkedIn, check out what vacancies are there, what companies are there. There are so many companies you might not even have heard of and working
Mhm.
silently. Like you may not have heard a lot of, let's say, VC venture capitalist firms. They
Right.
also have
Right.
their
Right.
requirements. That's a different, like a lot of
Mhm.
people just think listed companies, that's it.
Mhm.
But I
Right.
say that you
Right.
don't have to just stick on to secretarial work. Like if you have done CS, you can do
Mhm.
like corporate governance is huge. I mean, I did not
Huge.
realize
Very
this
huge.
then, but I've realized
Mhm.
now since I'm working that there's a lot of things that happens in a company or a
Mhm.
firm. So just don't restrict yourself with only ECS or listed companies because
Mhm.
this is what most of them do.
Do.
Yeah, yeah,
Right.
right? Yeah,
So that's the positive part about company secretary that you can work anywhere, banks, NBFC listed companies, firm, VCs, MNCs,
yeah.
any foreign companies, because corporate governance is such a huge, right? That is
And if you're
one
not
just a positive aspect.
Yeah, if you're not someone who wants to stick to COSEC role only, there's so many other
Mhm.
compliance related roles today. Like
Right,
analyst roles are
right.
there, compliance analyst roles are there, regulatory compliance roles are available, which I really didn't know when I
Right.
was studying. Only when I started working, I realized that there's so many options which the world,
Are there?
like the students aren't aware. I
Yep.
myself was not aware. So I would
Mhm.
say that don't just narrow your thoughts to just course company secretary role. Like even if you do company secretary course, there are so many
Mhm.
other high like
Options.
roles that have more come up these days. I can only speak about fintech because I have only experience with fintech. So fintech is a regulated industry. So I
Mhm.
see a lot of compliance managers, compliance analysts required there, regulatory compliance
Right,
analysts
right.
required there. So yeah, there's a lot of opportunities. It's just that you need to be open and you need to ensure that
Mhm.
you put yourself or create a profile in such a way that you're fit
Mhm.
for that role. If you just say I've completed CS and I want to join for this role, nobody's going to take because
Right.
the idea in the world that CS, I mean, at least in India, forget about the world. In India, CS is just for filing or just for meeting attend, like minutes takers, right?
For secretary.
Yes,
Mhm.
secretarial work. Yes. So there are many things that probably requires your own research and your interest and start digging, like connect with people. Connecting with people helps a lot.
And you are a living example of that. Like you didn't chosen that traditional path, either a firm or a listed company. Like most of us have only that two options: either I'm going to work as a manager in small firm, or I'm going to join a listed company, right? So but you have chose this unorthodox path, right? Yep, 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 that's a good thing. And like the biggest buzzword around right now, AI. What's your take on that? AI.